This is a review of the Llano 2-in-1 portable charger and power bank. With a design inspired by camera aesthetics, it charges 2 batteries simultaneously, has a smart LED display showing the power for each of them, and even doubles as a power bank for your other devices. But is this thing actually any good? That's exactly what we'll cover in this video. I've officially had mine for just over a month now, and I want to share my experience, the good, the bad, and whether you might want to pick this one up for yourself. So let's start with what's good. First off, it actually works like intended. So I've been able to actually charge 2 batteries simultaneously using this charger, and it even works with Canon's new LPE6P batteries. But I did try it with my old LPE6NH batteries, and they seem to work flawlessly for those as well. And what really drew me to this case in the first place is the fact that you can store 2 batteries in here and have them charging at the same time. So I'm getting protection for the batteries rather than having them loose in my camera bag. And I always know that whatever batteries are in there are going to be fully charged. And if I ever need to check the charge of those batteries, just simply pressing this button turns on the display and will show me what charge the batteries are at, as well as showing me how much charge is left in the battery itself. And then on the side of the device, we actually have 2 USB-C ports. And funny enough, they both can do in and out power, meaning you can connect 2 devices and charge them directly using the power bank, or you can use either one of the ports to charge the battery inside the charger itself. And that's been fantastic because pretty much every device I own now is powered by USB-C. So I have a ton of USB-C cables lying around and ready to use to charge and to charge my devices using this power bank. And I've also noticed that if I am charging some batteries inside the case, and then I decide to plug the case to a wall outlet using a USB-C cable, then the batteries actually charge just a little bit faster. So what I'll actually do on set is take the case out of my bag and then connect it to some sort of wall outlet and have it charging with the batteries charging so that they can get back to full even quicker. And in the last month of owning it, there hasn't been any issues with the batteries not charging or them overcharging or anything weird like that. In fact, what I really appreciate about this is that it reminds me of my Rode Wireless Pros, which has a charging case as well. The only difference here is that I do need to actually activate the charging by pressing the button once I put the batteries inside. But otherwise, it's been working flawlessly, and I've really actually appreciated using this for the last month. All right, now let's move on to what's bad about this product. And the first and most obvious one is this thing is really bulky. In my camera bag, I usually have a spot for the extra lens I like to bring on set, but essentially this new camera battery has lived there just because that's the only spot it fit in. Despite how good this thing is, it's gonna take a lot of space in your camera bag, so that's just something to be aware of. But I have noticed at 100% battery, this thing can only charge 3 LPE6P batteries from empty to full. So you will need to constantly recharge this at the end of a shoot regardless. And as previously mentioned, I do find it annoying that if you want to charge the batteries that are in the case, you do have to press the button at the front to activate that. It doesn't just automatically charge when you put the batteries in and close the lid. This is not a deal breaker by any means, but it is something that I really appreciated that the Rode Wireless Pros I don't have to do, and it's something I noticed I have to do with this one. And one slight drawback to the charger that I've noticed is that charging this thing from 0 to 100 does take a little bit of time unless you have a high power delivery brick with a high power delivery USB-C cable. If you do use something closer to like 20 watts, it's gonna take a little bit longer to charge this thing from full. But oftentimes I'm not charging this thing from full, and I do have those high power delivery bricks and cables, so it hasn't really been an issue for me. Now, is this charger worth picking up for yourself? To answer that, I think you want to consider really 2 things here. 1, the size of the battery, and do you have space in your camera bag to actually carry this thing? And 2, are you typically going to be on long day shoots as a working professional maybe, that you're going to need to have a bunch of batteries charged and ready to go no matter what? If you say yes to both of those, then I totally think that the Llano 2-in-1 charger is worth it. Because its greatest downfall is definitely its size. I do think it's annoying to carry around. The fact that it's taking a spot of one of my lenses is somewhat disappointing. But I do understand that the reason it's a bigger size is because of its power bank and how much charge it actually holds within it. I did see Llano sold a smaller version of this, but it's about half the charge, so you would only be able to charge half as many batteries than this one. So it's really a give or take in that situation. I really do love the peace of mind knowing that the batteries that are in my bag are always charged and always going to be charged because of the case that I carry them in. And in fact, while there's batteries charging in here, I've actually used it as a power bank to my camera while I was still using it. So I was able to keep the camera battery charged in my camera while the extra ones charged, just giving them a little bit lasting longer life on the shoot. But I do think all the pros outweigh the con of its size, and so it's definitely gonna be one that stays in my camera bag with me. If you are interested in picking this one up for yourself, there will be a link in the pinned comment and in the description box below. And if you're looking for more filmmaking gear reviews just like this one, you can check out my playlist here. Let me know what you think of the Llano 2-in-1 charger in the comment section below. And thank you so much for watching all the way until the end. I appreciate every single one of you who do, and I'll see you in that next video. Peace.